What's going on, League of Legends fans? We're here with Michigan High School Esports League Finals. I'm Chief, joined by,
Coach Mans from Fair State University.
and we got a game on our hands today. We got Novi versus Mona Shores.
Yes, I'm really looking forward to this. I have a little bit of experience with Mona Shores. They reached out asking me if I would help coach them, and of course I said yes. And so I know all of these players very well, and I can't talk about strategies or what could possibly happen because they can hear me live in the arena right now. So we have to wait till after draft is over. So I'm really excited. If there's a player to watch, I'd probably go with Swaggy Taco here for this one for the Mona Shores side, and then obviously on the Novi side, Fearless is. Definitely the go-to player to watch here.
Yeah, definitely some players to watch here. Like you said, Swaggy Taco, Fearless. I haven't talked with them too much, but I'll take your word on it.
Absolutely, yeah. It's a really good group of kids. It was a lot of fun to work with them. I wish I could have done more in the short time that I had with them, but I did enjoy hanging out and work with the players, and all of them are really dedicated to improvement and really trying very hard to improve. So it was a good time. It's what you like to see in high school esports, of people trying to progress, trying to get better, and every single one of those players were asking me questions constantly, blowing up my DMs because I give all of my players my Discord. If you have any questions, feel free to shoot me a message, and yeah, so all of them have been very good. So I'm looking forward to it. And we have player cams currently on the Novi side there.
Yep, those will be our Novi Wildcats, I believe.
I don't ask me. I know my high school mascot, and that's about it.
Yeah.
So getting into pick bands here. So we did see Novi yesterday, but we didn't see any games from Mona. I'm expecting a similar strategy from last game. I know both teams watched the games from yesterday, so I don't have to leak anything, but the Ramos band coming out, same thing. The Zed first band from Mona Shores, very interesting. After the series we saw yesterday of Zed, 100% presence. So it's good to see that they're removing that power pick.
Yeah, and we are seeing that Novi's banning away the Amumu and the Ramos. Zed, like you said, and the Ornn being banned away by Mona Shores.
Yeah, so they talked to me about this beforehand, and I told them what would happen if they banned the Ornn, and they'd probably end up getting the Malphite, but who knows? So we'll just have to see the rest of the game. So
yes. So we are going to be getting down to our last two bans for this section, and the Alawi banned away by Novi.
Yeah, Alawi, a personal favorite of mine. It's actually incredibly good into tanks because tanks can't really do anything to Alawi. She can just burst them down and whittle them down. Smart ban from Novi here. And we have first pick after the Seraphine ban. What is this? If I could put money on it, more than likely it's going to be a Malphite.
Yeah.
Or Mordekaiser.
Mordekaiser.
Interesting.
Yeah, Mordekaiser being hovered. It's interesting. The blind pick as a Mordekaiser, do you think that that's
Personally, I hate first picking solo lanes. I would much rather first pick a jungler or, even support if it's a power pick for your team comp. We have set into Mordekaiser. Interesting. Kind of an even skill matchup, and the Leona. Okay. Leona definitely a champion that is well practiced on the side of Mona Shores.
Yeah.
Let's see what Fearless ends up picking up for possibly jungle here, possibly on another lane, AD carrying support maybe.
Yep. Yeah, lots of good choices here, about 174 minus 6. So, yeah, a lot of choices.
Oh, I was trying to figure out what you're doing, the total number of champions minus what's currently picked and banned. Yes.
Yeah, lots of choices here.
The Ezreal is picked after it was banned all day yesterday. So I'm interested to see Hydro on Ezreal here. Also a super safe champ into Leona, so you don't have to really worry about Leona's engaged too much as long as you're E and your flasher up. You can dodge literally everything. The only thing is that you have very little wave clear in the AD carry position, and the Yuumi hover. So what you guys don't know is that my brother was here talking with the Mona Shores, just hanging out and trying to be an inspiration, and he said you better pick Yuumi or at least hover Yuumi. So there's the shout out to my brother. And I see the Soraka. I am a personal Soraka enthusiast. I love this champ. This champ is so much fun, especially with the new item, the Radiant Virtue. We'll be able to the team.
No, okay. No, I was
Good.
hoping.
Okay, so I was gave former coach a heart attack there with a Teemo, however, and waiting to the last second. So then the Neela is picked up. Neela's a very fun champion to watch and actually fairly good in Ezreal. She does get outranged heavily, but she has the all-in potential to just kill a Soraka.
Yeah, and you correct me if I'm wrong, but Nyla W blacks, does it black Ezreal Q?
More than likely, because it is an auto attack. It blocked my Draven autos earlier today when I was 1v1ing them, so I would assume that it would because there's an empowered auto attack.
Yeah.
Empowered skill shot auto attack, so I'd assume that it would, yes.
Swain.
The Swain ban, targeting the mid laner while the Viego, and I expect one more jungler to be banned here on the side of Mona Shores.
Yes. Lots of possibilities. We did see a lot of flexibility from Anivia. Yeah, we did see Last Magician on Anivia yesterday.
That's one of those niche picks where, like, I understand the ban because you don't want to play against it. There are so few Anivia players in solo queue that unless you have a Anivia player on your team to practice against, it's very difficult to learn how to play against this champion. It's just perma wave clear forever.
Yeah.
So I'd rather just not deal with it and look for the, and also, I mean, Victor would be the one thing you would play into Anivia as well, just to match the wave clear. So banning the Anivia, knowing that possibly the Victor ban was going to come out. Let's see what this next pick is. I would assume that it would be a jungler, so you can save your mid laner for last pick, but we will see. So
yes.
I want to say, I can't say that Sejuani, interesting. That's a very tanky team comp with Neela. I like it, 4 tanks with Neela.
Yeah.
But I don't want to say what I think Mona Shores is looking for here. We have to wait to champ select because there's a chance that the players could hear us, and for competitive integrity, I will not share the information, leak some strats or something like that. So let's go ahead and see how the rest of this pick ban works.
The Shen. Does that mean maybe Mordekaiser jungle?
More than likely, with the Shen being there, it's going to be Mordekaiser jungle, which extremely fast clearing. I'm looking for a relatively healthy clear as well.
Yeah.
After your first clear. And the Vlad picked up again. We did see the Vlad yesterday.
Yeah.
Which kind of popped off. So.
Yeah. If we're Mona Shores right now, you have to not let Vlad get out of control like he did last game.
Correct. So normally Mona Shores would look to play the Syndra. Syndra is being hovered. That is an interesting pick. So the reason you don't want to play Syndra into Vlad is that Vlad can dodge your ulti. So if you press R on Vlad and Vlad presses W, you just lose your ultimate.
Yeah.
So that's why it's such a hard counter matchup. But Swaggy Taco is feeling rather comfortable in this matchup, rather confident. And it was a good draft by Novi, knowing that, like, hey, this is more than likely what the enemy team is going to pick, so I'm going to go ahead and pick Vlad to preempt it and essentially getting a second ban. But Mona Shore's like, you know what, we'll take it. You gave us Syndra, we will play it.
Yeah, definitely. I'm interested to see how this goes. I know we were talking about how Swaggy Taco. I know how we said Swaggy Taco is going to be the player we're looking out for on Mona Shores.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll just have to see how he performs on the Syndra.
Yeah, so the way this team comp works for Mona Shores, you're really looking for the Neela to pop off in team fights. You're waiting for the set, Sejuani, Leona to go in, and the Neela to come with, the E dash through the ultimate, pull them all together, and looking for the Wombo combo. On the side of Novi, this is very much a protect the carries and Ezreal plays safe. With the Soraka, really shouldn't be in a ton of danger because if Ezreal takes an aggressive trade, Soraka can just top him up. But also, Ezreal should never get engaged on by the Leona with both Flash and the Arcane Shift. They might also opt into the Cleanse because there is quite a bit of CC. So if you throw literally everything at Ezreal, he'll still probably walk out just fine.
Yeah, something I would like to point out is the Sejuani passive. It does only proc off of melee champions, correct?
Correct, which it will proc off Neela, Leona, Sejuani, and Set. So really, there'll be a whole lot of stunning going on. There's a ton of CC on the side of Mona Shores, which is, what's the easiest way to play the game? Make it so the other team can't play the game by just CCing them forever.
Yep. The Neela empowered. The after Q gives her the auto attack, the melee, right?
Yes, correct.
Correct.
So we are currently waiting for the spectator delay. We got about 1:45 left. I know production had something special, but we'll probably wait till the next game as we figure out stuff going on. Oh, okay.
Oh, man, we're getting crazy in here.
I also apologize for coughing. I've been Please don't hurt my face.
Oh,
Thank you.
guess whose
Thank you.
birthday
So
it is?
it's definitely not my birthday, but chat yesterday was absolutely spamming happy birthday, Coach Mans.
1,
So
2, 3.
no, we're not. No, we're not doing this. We're not doing this. No. So chat was absolutely spamming happy birthday, Coach Mans, and it's well, from production is telling me that they're currently doing it again. It is in fact not my birthday, but production told me that they're going to give me a birthday hat. So I will be wearing this for at least the rest of the 1 minute spectator delay that's currently going on. So
I don't know what you're talking about. We did find that Coach Mans' birthday is December 10th, 2022.
no, it's not.
Oh.
No, it's all good fun. We like to entertain chat as much as possible and the viewers in this 3 minute spectator delay, which is always the hardest just to fill the dead time. So production's like, you know what we could do, and of course I was like, yes, sure, let's go for it. So I'm just happy that it's actually showing up very well on the camera as well. So
I would like to say that the bands, the first 3 bands from both teams are color coordinated.
for green champs and then
Green
red
champs and then red champs.
Nice. Once again, we have Mona Shores versus Novi. This is a best-of-3 series, just like yesterday. So, looking forward to hopefully another 3-game series. I want absolute 45-minute bangers, and lots of action, lots of fighting.
45 minutes. I want 50-minute games.
I mean, come on. Even that's a little excessive. But we have also warned other players to please not Alt F4 or leave the game before the spectators ended, so that we can actually see the end of the games this time, because yesterday was a little disappointing not seeing the Nexus explode. So
Very unfortunate.
the Ezreal did, in fact, take cleanse. We are now loading into game. We're just turning off chat so no one DMs production and says something weird.
We are also seeing that Swaggy Salami on the Neela is opting for the exhaust.
Yes. So exhaust is a super common rune for her because she's looking to 1v1 over and over again. So more than likely the 1v1 will be into Mordekaiser, who opted for the ghost this game as well. No flash on the jungler. That is something that I would definitely be pinging and spamming in all chat. Jungle no flash over and over again, just to try and get the mental edge on the enemy team. Looking for looks like a little bit of an invade. They can instantly proc the Sejuani passive if she wanted to start E to get the stun between Neela, Nyla, and the Leona.
Yeah.
Instead, just opting for a ward to make sure that they don't get brush camped as they walk back to lane. Other than that, we're looking for 5 points all around.
Yeah, and I do feel like Sejuani would have to start E, otherwise her clear is very slow.
Correct, yes. And also her E still resets on jungle camps instantly, where it doesn't restart instantly on champions. Looking at the stardom items here, we have both longsword starts on both the Ezreal and the Neela, foregoing the traditional Doran's item. We have Spell Thieves on Soraka, which I absolutely love as a Soraka enthusiast myself. You essentially don't take heal until level 3, and you just take QE, and you just spam E on cooldown whenever you have your Spell Thieves proc.
Yeah. Very smart plays, trying to max out that gold income.
Yes, I absolutely love leashing with Leona, especially when you're playing Sejuani, because this first camp clear is so quick, because you literally just spam me, and significantly healthier as well. So we see Fearless a little low on HP after that first buff.
Yeah, and opted to start on the blue side, and the set matchup. I know that set is such a volatile matchup for so many different top laners, just such a lane bully.
Yeah, I mean, so Shen has an okay matchup into him. The one thing is, like, the Shen ultimate is unstoppable. So if Shen, or not Shen ultimate, sorry, the Set ultimate. So if Shen taunts towards Set and Set's quick enough to press R, Shen could actually get, like, canceled for his taunt, and the Set can throw him still. So interesting little mechanic. The Dark Seal start on Vlad, which is completely normal because you don't want mana regen on Vlad for obvious reasons. You do see normally a Doran Shield or something like that as another good trade, goes topside, to help with the HP regen, but the refillable pot should be enough for the Vlad.
Yeah, and I know that mid laners usually take Dark Seal if they expect to be killing the enemy. Do you expect this to be a big solo kill mid lane?
Not particularly. Vlad's really just looking to scale to complete his first and second item. If he can get the AP and not be super far behind using the W properly, he should have a fairly safe lane. Syndra's the one who really has to worry. Although there's not a ton of CC between Mordekaiser and the Vlad, the Sneed like getting really low early, being a short range AD carry against Ezreal.
That's a very, very hard matchup to play against not only an Ezreal Soraka. So much poke.
Yes. The E does a deceptive amount of damage for Soraka. The silence, so not only can you not move or not use abilities, you actually just take like 150 damage on a really low cooldown. So in early, that's quite a bit of damage.
We also see Fearless down here, hiding in a bush.
This wave is actually just pushing, and the Soraka is trying to bait very hard here. It's like, hey, look, I'm taking the wave.
Yeah.
They get the ward, see the Mordekaiser.
Close on the E, though, from the Mordekaiser. Going to the sides out, but top lane, the Spirit's Refuge. Shen W blocking both of those auto attacks, and the flash from Mila. Going to have that W saving her.
So didn't need to flash with the W active, but I understand, you're on stage, you're nervous, and little things like this kind of happen. The wave is absolutely in an awful spot for Moonshores as well. The Novi team is going to just catch this freeze, just farm up. Azrael still has Best gets 3 bots, full HP, full mana, so he doesn't need the back right now. So should be a pretty massive lead bottom lane for Novi. Yeah,
it's going to be a very hard position for Mona Shores to come back to bot side, but top lane just perma pushing for this set. Set just trying to keep Shen pressured.
Yeah, Set's really wanting to go reset right now. He almost got the wave fully crashed in the tower, but it's still going to push. So he needs to hurry up and clear this wave if he can. Get taunted by Shen, it's okay. You're looking to trade your HP, push this wave. Unlucky miss. The set is an extremely difficult skill shot to get used to, because you can pull them and just get the slow, but it doesn't get a stun unless you hit another friendly unit. So it's really hard to get that to stun properly.
And it's the range on it is very weird, but there is a mechanic where if you try to angle towards a diagonal pull, and like trying to get the corner of the box, you can get it on a little bit farther of a range.
So you see the red team pinging out where Fearless is on the map. He did in fact cross that ward, so full information from Mona Shores currently. Good stuff.
The Shen W, though, now that it's going to be up for all of these trades, it's about the same cooldown as a set E.
Yeah, and that wave is just permanently frozen. At that point, you kind of have to either call your jungler to help break the freeze, or you're looking to just hard shove again, trade your HP. You have a Doran shield and a full HP bot. You're just going to keep losing more and more CS unless you get this under tower.
Oh, yeah, and that is going to be both top laners at level 6 now. Gotta look out around the map now. Shen able to impact these other lanes.
Yeah, so you can't even do the whole reset right now, because if set resets, they go for a play bottom side for Run Dragon. The Shen could just ult in while set's resetting and can't TP to help. So both junglers going to meet each other here at the Tri-Bush.
Yeah, both bot lanes walking up. It does look like Novi's bot lane has a little bit of the jump on the Mona Shores bot lane. The QWQ is going to leave the Sejuani very low, and the auto attack with the flash from Israel going to be enough. Set the top lane.
More fighting.
It's all fighting, all around.
I mean, you hate to see it. It's a great play by Novi to go over the wall, have the confidence to just, flash close to the tower, get that last hit on the Sejuani. Sejuani now has a Sheen, which, once again, going for that Iceborne Gauntlet on Sejuani.
Iceborne Gauntlet. I'm not sure if it's the play. Oh, and the almost basically the insect to bring the Shen.
That's the one thing you have to worry about in this matchup with Shen, is that when you taunt through him, Sek can just throw you in a tower. So that's one of the only super hard part about this matchup. They're to a point now where it's relatively safe. The Dragon gets taken by Novi.
Yep, that is going to be a Mountain Drake first. That's with all of these with the Shen and the Mord. That's a lot of extra resistance stacks.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a ton of armor and MR, but it's enough to make a difference. It's a free cloth armor and free magic as well.
Yeah, 9% extra.
Yeah, the stun just barely not connecting on the side of Mona Shores. you got to keep throwing them out there to see if you can catch Vlad sleeping though.
Yep. And also, I would like to ask you about something, Coach. Is that Mort opted for red jungle pet this game?
Yeah, I don't like it. Like I said, I think that if you're going anything other than green, it's you're making a less optimal choice. So.
Yeah, I know you were talking about how you're a big fan of Moss Stomper. And
Yes.
yeah.
Well, what we see here is both mid laners relatively healthy. Vlad is, obviously Deceptive can heal up, but Swaggy Taco with both full HP and half mana and still hasn't reset yet. Has the TP, probably looking to back here shortly to spend all the gold that they've accumulated while in here.
Yeah, and has TP still.
Correct.
Both solo laners for Mona Shores opted for TP, while the Vlad opting for the Ghost as well.
Again, nice look at the player cams there, looking at, teams communicating, working together, spreading that information, and making decisions. Obviously, League's incredibly important teamwork game, so communication is absolutely crucial.
Yep, so many focused faces, all of these players aiming to win, wanting to take home the state championship. The Mordekaiser looking for the E, hits the EQ and the ultimate, getting sent to the death realm. Swaggy Taco, though, under the turret. Fearless, though, acting very fearless here with the ultimate coming out from Cinder. Not going to be enough, though. Ultimate coming out. Swaggy Taco flashing forward, missing the Q. Going to be pulled forward by the Mordekaiser. And last Magician with that Q, killing Syndra.
Yeah, just a little bit too overeager there, looking for the solo kill. If Syndra had backed, a little bit earlier, wouldn't have enough damage to finish that kill. But you live and you learn. That's me as a coach watching players that I've coached play. So
yeah.
But it looks like Mona Shores is going for this Rift Herald right now, with plenty of time to use it while plates are still up.
Yep, Fearless is down bot side. I do not think he walked across any vision though, so this is a blind Rift Herald. Rift Herald is taken, and there seems to be a bug where no notification shows when Rift Herald's taken.
Yeah, that's, spectator client, but I did, in fact, watch them go towards it this time, so I knew when it was being taken instead of looking down the scoreboard and seeing that a random Rift Herald has appeared. They're looking to place a top lane here. Shen's going to be a tough target to take down here, though.
Yeah, very tanky. Has lots of those shields. Sejuani even takes a turret shot for that one.
Yeah, and Sejuani used her ult there as well, so it's 2 ults down on top side, so still not going to use the Rift Herald there either. So we're just yanking for a little bit of pressure after the Herald was taken. You're up there already, you might as well just go ahead and take a quick visit top side.
As well, even if you want to use your ult there, it's free real estate up there to try to get that Shen. It's like a carnival game. Who can kill the Shen?
That's right. Tanks are so tanky right now, you've got to send the entire team, and even then, you probably end up just, killing the entire rest of the team before you kill the tank.
Exactly. We do see the Shen. Shen is opting for Heartsteel again. So.
Yes. Novi deciding to go ahead and freeze this wave right here. Set having a really hard time getting this in the tower. Set will trade a little bit of his HP to keep the freeze, and we'll just look to extend this the CS advantage over the Set.
Yeah, the Set has very, very difficult time clearing waves.
Yeah. When he gets more items, I mean, right now it's just the Ninja Tabby plus a Rejuve bead, so it's not a ton of damage, so it's going to be very difficult to try and fight. Now they're all going mid lane.
That is also a Ghost coming out from the Mordekaiser. Swaggy Taco just trying his best to be under turret, coming out of the Death Room, but last Magician grabbing that kill. That's another 2 stacks on the Dark Seal.
Yeah, I mean, really well played. You're essentially just holding them in the Death Realm to make sure that the wave gets under tower so that when Mordekaiser leaves the Death Realm and resets the turret aggro, it goes directly to the minions and not to Vlad. So was able to very easily pick it up. Another just trading of HP topside.
The massive Haymaker, though. Shen starting to take a little bit more damage. Is building up a lot of HP, though.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where, I want to talk about the play mid, but they're just brawling again. Yep,
down bot side. The ultimate coming up from Sejuani, going to barely miss the Soraka. Soraka flashing out of the way.
Yeah, just a couple missed skill shots. Obviously, Ezreal was incredibly difficult to hit, and you got the flash out of Soraka, so you can come back before that flash back up and target Soraka once again.
Yeah.
So the one thing I wanted to talk about, Vlad is incredibly good at diving towers. because he can tank a tower shot or two, press W, completely drop tower aggro, and then come back up and reset the tower and keep fighting. A little bit of a goal lead with 3 kills and up, only 2K right now. It's not that bad for Mona Shores.
Yeah, Mona Shores definitely has a lot of room to come back this game. Plus, it only being game 1, so much time left for this series for both of these teams.
I mean, you saw Novi dropped game 1 yesterday, so I mean, it could be one of those things where it turns into you just don't want to win game 1. But Mona Shores right now looking to just kind of scale up. Ezreal ulting here just for poke. If you notice there that Ezreal walked into the bush to throw his ultimate, it makes it so it's impossible for the enemy to even know he's ulting or if he's just sitting there. So it hides the skill shot so that it's harder to dodge. Mordekai's are currently on Dragon as well.
Yeah, second Drake going over to Novi. That is 2 Drakes, a Chemtech Drake and a Earth Drake, plus it being Infernal Rift right now.
Riptero just placed mid lane, or did?
Yeah.
So Riptero was timing out. Swaggy Burger had to place it and decides to place it mid lane, looking to try and get this crash just for tower plays, but it's not going to be in time for tower plays even.
Not going to be in time. The Syndra Scatter, the weak, knocking him back. That's a huge Mordekaiser Q and a Vladimir Q. Sejuani not having this kind of having any MR at the moment with the Iceborne Gauntlet.
Yeah, that's one of those things where you kind of just have to realize what kind of items you got. You don't have any MR in the 2 very fed carries with completed AP items. Set and Shen just still brawling it out top lane. No one's going down. Just everyone just kind of we'll fight for minions and that's it.
Yeah. As soon as you start getting like higher levels with Shen, Set starts getting more and more annoyed in this matchup. It's just so dull at times. You go in, Shen W, you try to get like a little boxing match with Shen, and he says nope.
I mean, I'm getting a little annoyed watching the matchup considering how difficult it is for the Shen to play or for the Set to play. The Mordekaiser's saving Shen.
Yeah, Set going to block actually the Mord ulti with his ulti. Stepping right back into the queue, gets the base breaker, and Mordekaiser walking right out with that massive W shield.
Yeah, that's it's unlucky that the Mordekaiser was there. And did have a ward to see him, though. I don't know how much of a forewarning he had, because he was fighting. I know it's very difficult to look at the map while you're fighting. So.
Yeah, we are seeing, itemization-wise, a Ravenous Hydra for Nyla first.
Very interesting. Obviously, it works because she's melee, but that's probably why Nyla is so good right now, is that she just goes Ravenous Hydra's got a ton of wave clear off that item, as well as the healing, which she's definitely going to need in this lane. So the one thing that I want to point out is that they're both the same level, which is actually incredibly difficult into a double range versus double melee matchup.
Yeah, especially with how much of a CS lead Novi has over Mona Shores' bot lane.
Yeah, obviously you don't want to be down to 50 CS, but I mean the fact that you're even in XP, you can get the CS back later. Catching up in XP is significantly harder.
Yeah, Ezreal opting for the first item, Divine Sunderer, into such a tanky composition, going to be seeing a lot of effectiveness on that.
Absolutely. Definitely the correct itemization choice, especially with the CDR, because it's got a ton of CDR with those 2 items as well. So it's going to be spamming abilities. Still has the 3 biscuits from the beginning of the game.
And the 2 health pots.
Yeah, I mean, if you sell the biscuits, you still get the permanent mana for that, so you might as well just sell it. Sejuani looking for a fight. I don't know if she wants to take that, though.
Yeah, Sejuani doesn't have any MR like we were saying. Does not have full Moss Stomper either. That's a lot of damage just from that Vladimir. Vladimir trying to run down the Sejuani. Sejuani ultimate coming out as well as the Vladimir ult. Vladimir diving the turret to get this Sejuani. Here comes Set though. Set gets that double E, gets that massive slam dunk, and the Mordekaiser ultimate blocking the base breaker. Here comes Swaggy Mac just in the death. I'm not going to be able to do anything in there.
Yeah, that was just, at that point you kind of just got to give up the red buff. It was a good contest from Novi to go ahead and realize that the red buff is up and, hey, look, I can take this. They can't stop me. And Mona Shores just kind of misplaying a little bit, not willing to give up the objective. Instead, gives up 2 kills and the red buff. So.
And a bot lane turret.
And a bot lane turret.
Ooh, but that
That's should be solo kill.
so low.
There you
Yep,
go.
shutdown going over to Syndra.
Yeah,
How much was that shutdown?
I believe it was 300.
Yeah, it's going to be some good gold. Plus, Vladimir losing out on a lot of his Darksteel stacks.
Yes. And that should help accelerate Syndra a little bit. She already had her Mythic and Stork Boots, and also Darksteel herself. So 2 stacks going over, and she goes back and buys a full needlessly large rod. So that's going to definitely help to burst Vladimir in the next couple trades, next couple fights.
Yeah, do you think that she'll either be going for a Death Cap here? She also could be using it to build into a...
Shadow Flame.
Yeah, Shadow Flame.
More likely it'll be Shadow Flame.
That's what I was thinking.
We have, 2 tanks kind of brawling out topside, doing absolutely nothing to each other. But Auto Spectate absolutely loves watching tanks fight.
Yeah. Heartsteel was picked up by Shen, though, so that will be a lot of extra damage for the side of Novi in the top lane.
Setting up vision here for this dragon. I think they probably could have fought the Mordekaiser, but
the huge silence, though, from Soraka, though, catching out the Sejuani. The ultimate coming out from Leona, trying to get out of there. Leona W, keeping her alive for quite a long time, flashing away. Mordekaiser E getting the ult on Swaggy Salami. Just trying to run away as much as possible. Undercharge Fearless, though, does not even care. Going to dive under there, has the healing, has that W. Syndra now finding out that she's in a little bit of a tough spot right now.
yeah, I mean, Soraka queued the team so much. You can look at their entire HP bar is gone because she's giving it to her teammates, healing them up, topping up, make sure they can keep continuing to chase. Really well played, and they get the objective, the dragon after it as well.
Yeah, that was just a very poor play for Mona Shores, being forced to that choke point, and easy Soraka E just silenced everyone there.
Yeah, unfortunate, but you live and you learn.
Yeah.
Syndra's looking for a pick here. Trying to find a low HP target, but I don't even know if she can even burst this Mordekaiser.
Mordekaiser does have an Aegis of the Legion right now. Extra 38 armor and MR, but Ezreal, though, might be being caught in the shop. Gives a shutdown over to Syndra.
That's 2 shutdowns over to Syndra. Syndra's actually just trying to, crawl back into this game as much as possible, carry the team. It struggles all across the board, which, to be expected. This Novi team is very good. I found out a fun stat yesterday that Novi's first loss of the entire season was last night, game 1. So that was, I'm sure a shock to them. I know the first loss is usually the hardest. So, and we're seeing something we saw last night again, which is players still laning for 20 minutes after first tower has fallen. There are no rotations coming through just yet.
And no rotations quite yet, but it is 8-2 though, with a pretty significant gold lead for Novi at the moment.
That's a lot of damage.
Yeah.
So Vlad will be able to heal it all back up, and Syndra, trading, mana for HP on the Vlad. So she'll go ahead and get this reset. She still has TP to get back to lane if she wanted to.
Yeah, lots of different options here. We might want to see some sort of rotation from Syndra to a different lane other than mid lane. We do see Mordekaiser picking up Jack-Cho.
Yeah, that's a very strong and tanky Mordekaiser. Because the tank items are so strong right now, if you just build a little bit of damage plus all the tank stats, you just become unkillable and no one can 1v1 you ever. So I don't know who on this team would ever possibly kill this Mordekaiser without this Mordekaiser, overstepping by a lot.
Yeah. Sejuani also still only having 3 seconds left until her max out Moth Stomper too. And looks like Baron is going to be pressured here by the side of Novi.
I mean, they can absolutely do it. Mona Shores has a ward in the pit, and they know now because they're autoing the ward instead of just doing it without it. But going to pick the Shen here. But this will be just strictly a consolation prize.
Yeah, and it's also going to be a Herald dropped by Novi going to a top side. Yeah, that was the Syndra TPing down bot as well, just kind of saying, putting their hands up, Mona Shores saying, you can have it, we'll at least take your Shen as collateral.
Yeah, this is like a 2-tower shove really easily. This is one of those things where Novi can just keep pushing, get this in the tower, especially with the bottom lane not resetting or the mid laner. They can just keep pushing this because they have Baron and Rift Herald. This charge is going to get half the tower, plus they've got Baron and Ezreal with the Shield Rocks.
Yeah.
So at this tower, they could try to get another charge as well. With the bottom lane finally resetting, Mordekaiser goes ahead and use the arrows while Sejuani flashed away.
We are seeing a lot of damage. That Herald being very low. Let's see if there could be any. Nope. Nothing's going to stop that third charge. Just a lot of damage in this top lane turret line.
I mean, that's absolutely a huge play, right? They went ahead and they snuck the Baron, they got the Baron, they had Rift Herald still, so they were able to Rift Herald Baron push, which is super rare, and get 2 complete towers and then a good chunk on the inhibitor tower in all of the time frame of a minute. So very well played by Nova.
Yeah, and I have a couple questions about itemization. So we do see the Bramble Vest coming out for Sejuani and a Rabadon's for Syndra.
Yes. Once again, it appears that the client has crashed and we can not see the end of the game. And I have no idea why that keeps happening. So I believe that we're going to have to tell the players to not leave the game at all at this point. Then just stay in the game as much as possible. So I'm going to go ahead and assume that given the current game state that Novi ended up winning that game.
Yeah.
So one thing I want to point out, we have the post-game screen. Syndra did 26,000 damage, which is an insane amount of damage for essentially a 26-minute game. So,
yeah, that's a lot of damage. And I'm starting to wonder if maybe it's just a client bug for
spectators?
Yeah, for spectators now.
We will go ahead and talk to the teams and try and figure out what's going on. So production, just remember we have to restart the client now so that we can start the game on time. And we're going to go ahead and throw this to break. I'm going to get this silly little hat off my head, and we'll see you guys back in approximately 10 minutes.
What's up, League of Legends fans? It's Chief, joined by
Coach Mans from Ferris State University. I need to get like a recorder just to play that over and over again so that I don't have to keep saying it because my voice is starting to get very sore after such a long day yesterday and today.
Man, someone needs to bring a little bit more excitement. You gotta speak with the diaphragm.
I'm excited. These games are super hype. I'm a little unfortunate that we didn't get to see the end of that last one. It was involuntary reflex. It's something that we had talked to all the players and they instantly apologized and felt bad for it. So we all make mistakes, and these are high school students after all. So we understand. And yes, please, players, if you are listening, do not do that again. Please.
Don't do it again.
Please. Yes, so we all had a pre-production meeting beforehand, reiterated it, all the coaches know, and which is why they felt so bad when it had happened again. So we are into champ select. We do have one sub. Shush, You're Dead has been subbed into the top lane. See if that changes pick ban any. I do know that it's a different play style from Shush, You're Dead.
Yeah, and we are seeing the Seraphim ban and the Rammus ban immediately.
Okay. I'm expecting probably an Ezreal ban because it was so elusive, it was so hard to lock down, and there's the Ezreal ban as well.
Yep, Ezreal banned away. Mona Shores is going to be on blue side, and that will be
Novi on red side. Correct.
Yep.
The Mumu banned again. I'm a little upset because Mumu is a very fun champ. We do see it quite a bit at Ferris State. It's one of our main strategies that we play with the Wombo combo team fight. So getting rid of that easy engage. With the Mumu bandage, you can actually miss and just wait a second and throw a bandage again.
Yep.
The Mordekaiser is banned with the Yumi hover once again.
I never saw that one coming.
Shouting out my brother. I'm sure that if you open up chat right now, you'll probably see him popping off, being super excited. Obviously, like I said, in game one, they had a quick little interview with my brother and hung out for a little bit. And one of the things he said was to hover Yumi, please. They should not
see Yumi
pick
locked?
it here. I'm a little nervous with 1 second left. 0 seconds? Okay.
Swain.
Oh, okay. So Swain is, obviously a flex pick, but more than likely going to end up going to Swaggy Taco, one of his most plays, and also a very good team fight frontliner. The Zed did, in fact, go through. It's a fine matchup for Swain, as long as he goes ahead and rushes Zonias early. You can even just first item Zonias, and it makes it so Zed can literally just never kill him.
Yeah, especially with that Seeker's Arm Guard armor very early on, makes it very difficult for these first couple levels, especially the first 10 minutes as well.
Correct.
Zed will be locked in by Novi. See what Novi has to say in this blind, most likely.
Yes. So I'm assuming this is probably just an AD carry pick. I mean, it could be a top laner because they do pick a lot of tank top lanes. Ornn is in fact still open, so it might be that. It might be the Soraka.
Ooh. We saw that was very good last game.
Absolutely.
Lots of great E's and choke points.
Yes, so the E AoE silence, and once again the Yuumi coming out. Anyways, more than likely not picked, I hope, please. But the Soraka is super impactful, a ton of healing coming from that champion. It makes it so that you can keep chasing because Soraka gets more movement speed around low HP targets. So that Soraka can keep sprinting after the low HP targets and healing them, and it even makes it harder to hit her in team fights. The Zuri is getting
interesting.
This champion got absolutely nerfed into the ground after it was, a pick ban, 100% presence, literally every game for most of last season. So
Yuumi again.
So it's actually really good with Zuri, but please.
Come on. Oh no.
Okay. The Lulu is good. Lulu is another enchanter to buff up the Zuri. So essentially in team fights, you're looking to just have a hyper carry Zuri at 3 items and try and pop off in these team fights. Zuri also, fun fact, lowest win rate champion in the game currently is solo queue. So, being at elimination point, it's a pretty gutsy pick personally. And
the Shen.
So they picked Shen over Malphite and Ornn.
We saw it had a lot of success though these last couple games that Novi's been playing.
Yes, been able to just soak pressure, collect waves, ult for shield for teams, and even TP to get back to lane so you don't miss any farm. So a good, safe, standard top lane pick. See what the bans come out. This probably be top lane bans here.
Yeah, most likely anything that can really deal with this Shen very well. The Darius.
That is something that Mona went ahead and played yesterday to pretty great success. So definitely a Darius player. See kind of bans. Maybe jungle bans, maybe 80 carry bans.
I would say probably 80 carry bans since Zeri is such that weak champion. And the Viego, that is a very good ban because of...
I was watching the practice games from Novi, and they were playing a lot of Viego in the practice games as well, so it's a good ban to get out. So
Mundo.
The Mundo coming out as well. Could be both top and jungle.
Samira as well banned away by Mona Shores.
Yeah, that's, trying to get rid of the hyper carry 80 carries that they played yesterday. See what we get. This will more than likely be an 80 carry pick since the Mona Shores 80 carries already been shown. So this could be, possibly a Kaisa. This could, be the Neela if they wanted to.
Kaisa, like you said.
Yeah. So I would say I'm really good at predicting drafts, but the players can also hear me. So it's one of those things where, I don't know if I'm giving them ideas or what's going on.
I don't know, bro. But the Yuumi looks like a very good pick here. Yuumi top lane.
All I know is that I'm not going to let my brother run any of my players, because otherwise I'm just going to get the longest champ select of all time of just Yuumi being hovered for every second of champ select.
Swain mid. Or Swain top, Lulu mid. Oh, never mind.
Fiora. Actually an incredibly good matchup into Shen. Shen should not be able to kill this Fiora, and Fiora always has pressure.
Yuumi jungle now.
No, the Yuumi's getting picked. I'm expecting a tank engage from the jungle position. I know what I would probably pick, which would be the Zac here. A relatively low mobility support and 80 carry makes it very easy for Zac to jump on them. I know they play it.
Bel'Veth.
Interesting. Not what I would have picked, but still a hard carry out of the jungle. This is essentially giving everyone the possibility to carry, get 4 strong lanes, 4 pushing lanes, and
Lilia
pop off. And we saw the Lilia yesterday to great success. So let's go ahead and see if Novi can mimic that kind of success. So we got a minute left in the champ select screen, and then we got 3-minute spectator delay. I'm expecting some sort of shenanigans from production because they always like to mess me during the spectator delay.
Yeah. Unfortunately, this will not be Silver Scrapes at the moment. But
Gotta wait for another game for that.
One more game. Let's see if we can get to Silver Scrapes. I'd love to sing that again.
No, I am not singing it again.
Yeah, I'm seeing... Can we get him off the desk if he doesn't sing it?
Production is nodding. Who else are you going to replace me with? Come on. No, I will not let production cast. No, thank you. No one wants to hear that. We've been talking a bunch because League is a longer game. So we now have 3 minutes of time to kill. So do you have any good stories
Yes, yes. Actually, I do have a great League of Legends story
Please
here.
don't tell me Crit Swain.
No. This is not
Okay.
Fritz Wayne. It's called Blue Orn. Okay.
Blue Orin.
Blue
Okay.
Orn. I call him Born. Like Born Identity. So Born is Orn with Thunderlord Orn skin. Okay.
Mhm.
The blue like Thor looking skin. You run basically Glacial Augment. It's
Okay.
the blue ice one.
Okay.
You take Iceborne Gauntlet. Okay.
Uh-huh.
You take Ionian Boots because those
Okay.
are blue.
Okay.
You take Frozen Heart. It's blue.
Okay.
You take see what's another blue one? Force of Nature.
Okay.
And then you also
You can get a tier as well.
you can take Tear. Yeah, you can
Mhm.
go the Frozen Approach or yeah, that one.
Winter's
Winter's Approach
Yep.
into Fimbulwinter.
Uh-huh.
And then lastly, what you can do
Yes, well, you're
Yeah. So lastly, what we're going to do with Orn is you're going to take a Knight's Vow. So that's like the last blue item. It's going to be the amazing, the awesome Orn that just completely protects everyone.
Yeah. Keep that in your solo queue games, and please don't let it.
I have a
appear in-
30% win rate
yeah,
on
there
it.
you
It's
go.
viable.
I can't tell why. So getting back into game here, I'm looking across. There's quite a bit of scaling on the Mona Shores team here, looking to try and just play for late game and late game team fights. Well, Novi once again is the Lilia Zed combo, which was so successful in their game 3 yesterday. So looking for another pop off as we go live to the arena as the players are loading in, seeing very serious faces and all the concentration that is needed to play League of Legends.
Yeah, lots of focus, lots of concentration. We're hoping for some good League of Legends today.
Absolutely. And I mean, game 1 definitely held up for a final. It's absolutely fighting everywhere, objectives going on, and just towers going down. It's kind of what you want to see from a nice, good League of Legends game.
Oh, yeah, we love League of Legends here. League of Legends is such an amazing game.
Absolutely. Still got about 50 seconds left on the Spectator. So looking at kill time, this is by far the worst part of broadcasting for League is killing the Spectator delay. What are you expecting to see from both teams right now?
I'm expecting this to be a game of time.
I have no comment. Yes, game of time, but if you were to, root for one team in particular, which one do you think, based on champ select right now?
You're not going to like my answer.
What is that?
One of the teams. I don't like taking sides, okay?
Which is fine. As a caster, we shouldn't be taking sides. We're completely neutral. However, I've already failed considering I worked a little bit with Mona Shores. Obviously, I'm secretly pulling for them, but I just, I'm really rooting for a good game of League of Legends. I did it back for once. The Spectator delay is up. We should be loading into game right now, so you don't have to see us anymore and see what
the last time looking at me.
get to see what we all came here for, which is high quality League of Legends.
Don't let me go.
No,
Don't let me go,
please,
coach.
please switch scenes. Once again, we do have Mona Shores versus Novi. Mona Shores will be the blue team, while Novi will be the red.
Yeah, but let's look at some of these items. We are seeing a call on Zeri.
Yeah, you don't have kill pressure in this lane whatsoever, so you're really just looking to farm up and stay safe. Complete the call, and it looks like 2 players haven't bought items yet.
For Novi.
I don't know if there's a connection issue or...
If there is, we can see a pause.
Yeah.
One of them has. Now it's just up to Fearless, the Lilia, taking their time, picking a Moss Stomper.
Yeah, see, Fearless has understood the assignment, the green jungle item. Does, in fact, get a pot this time. Fearless has been skipping pots on a couple of jungle champions just to save that extra 50 gold and invest it towards a different item.
And the banana, the almighty Soraka banana.
So the top lane for Mona Shores took Ignite instead of TP. There's not a single TP on the side of Mona Shores right now, so that really tells me they're looking to 1-3-1 as much as possible, put Fiora in a side lane, and just look to push and push and push and push, not really looking to group and team fight.
Yep. You would know that if you went to Coach Manz's panel yesterday.
I'm so tired of talking about my panel.
Wasn't a great panel, man. It was a great panel.
No, so Soraka, that icon was a banana because she has a skin where her auto attacks look like bananas, and she even throws bananas in her. I forget what the name of the skin is. Starting out with a good Swain pull.
Swain is opting for Conqueror, though.
Yes, so that is the sustained team fight. He has Ghost, so he doesn't necessarily need Phase Rush, especially when the enemy team kind of wants to just jump in on them. So he doesn't need to get Phase Rush. He can have Conqueror, look to get into that zone as zone is in the middle of a team fight.
Yeah, and for this kind of composition, being this more drained tank, you're not playing for any burst, so Electrocute isn't necessary.
So quick little caster story. I was warming up with the players, and one head did a bunch of 1v1s with your dad for the top laner from Motor Shores, and he actually played Fiora into me. And you play till first kill, and I don't want to say how it went because he won. And yeah, it bruised the ego a little bit.
Man, Coach Mans is a high school student again.
No.
Demoted.
No. I'm much too old for that. Seeing a whole bunch of trading topside, but both sides dropping a little bit of farm. The other thing is you're seeing quite a large CS gap bottom lane currently. Being up 6 CS, the wave is shoving a little bit, but those last hits are incredibly important.
Yeah, and Fiora building up this huge wave topside and the solo kill with the Ignite. That's pretty huge for your dad.
Well, Shen, I've literally been there earlier today, so I know. The good news is that I rebounded and got the second kill, so I believe in you.
Yeah, Shen does have TP. Luckily, can get right back to getting that wave. Swain stacking up those soul fragments. 12 health each.
Yeah, so the Swain, if you've not played since the rework, you no longer get the pull on enemies or your teammates CC. You actually have to hit your E to get the pull. So,
but at least you can pull multiple people now.
Correct. And it's much easier to activate because you activate on your E rather than clicking as well. So you just double tap E and it'll pull people.
Yeah, it's a lot more smooth.
Yes, it's a lot less clunky.
I personally love it.
And that's essentially the Swain combo you're looking for. Now that the game has been kind of slow early, is that you're looking to pull the enemy laner into the Swain W, which is the big circle on the ground, to get 2 stacks every time you hit them.
Happen a little bit of that Q, just kind of hitting them with 1 or 2 of those bolts on the Q. Yeah. Does some great damage. Costs a little bit of mana, but as long as you're running the right runes, like you get your Lost Chapter, you can keep running that over and over again.
Absolutely. Everyone's kind of even out the CS lead. A little bit of a CS lead for Swain, but it's kind of be expected in a range with melee matchup. It's very difficult as a melee carry to play into a Swain.
Oh yeah, Swain can be very oppressive at times. I really love Swain. I'll probably say that at least 1 or 2 more times during this cast, but
no, he's currently my second most played champion, I believe.
I think he's my first.
Yeah, there you go. A lot of trading topside. I mean, this is not the tank first, little bruiser that was last game. This is Fiora's looking to get as many kills as possible top lane and snowball that lead. Yeah. Lilia is coming up, though.
Lilia is walking up. There is a control ward in that bush. Fiora, though, getting taunted, going to take a lot of damage. Ooh, the flash, but is going to be hit by the ball. Fearless going to grab that kill onto You're Dead.
That is just great timing from Fearless, knowing that the wave was pushing, that Fiora had to get into reset because she doesn't have teleport. So a great timing there from Fearless to make that play happen.
Yeah.
A little,
got a little close there.
A little juggling issue with the tower and taking a little bit unnecessary damage. But like I said earlier, Fiora does not have teleport, so you can't really punish both these laners. Will be able to reset and go back and buy their items.
Yep, people are starting to look for their resets now. Ooh, but it is more towards looking to angle for this early Drake.
Yeah, this is a great timing. So they get this dragon, they reset both of them, and then they go ahead. They got another 2 minutes. Ooh,
interesting flash from Swaggy Taco. Just wanted to stay safe.
I don't think Zed leveled up R. That might have been a misclick or a spectator bug because the icon isn't lit up. So it was a good flash to respect the fact that Zed could have just ulted Ignite the Swain there. And possibly gone for a solo kill, but instead it was non-CP.
Yes. We will see maybe in a level what happens, or maybe in a little bit what happens.
To figure out if there's a spectator bug or not.
Yes.
Or if production wanted to go ahead and click on the Z, we'd be able to tell if he accidentally leveled a different ability. Which happens. I do it literally all the time.
Oh, yeah. Especially if you're like in the middle of the fight, you're trying to hit that R, the Control R key, just trying to level up that ability, and then you miss. Click Control W or Control E or something.
Yes, not realizing what level you were. Like I said, I've done it all the time. So,
oh, yeah.
Especially in a high pressure situation, sitting on the stage in front of a crowd, plus getting streamed to all these people at home. So I completely understand.
Yeah, very high octane situation right now. Mona Shores, well, Novi at least, being one win away from this state title.
Absolutely. And, I mean, it's one of those things where, like, you know they have to be thinking about it. This isn't just another game of League for them. They know the importance of this match and what it could mean. An invade looking like bottom side right now.
Yep, Fearless chilling in this bush right now, hitting that E. Oh, and we're way off the screen.
Someone nudged the mouse really fast. It's all right. We'll get back.
We're looking at
action.
the grass and off screen. Fearless kills
so
Swaggy.
I can kind of assume what in fact happened. The Belvath went in and flashed to try and get away, but Lilia and Zed were both able to still run her down more like with the Zed Shadow and then the passive bleed. You're looking at this all in here.
You're popping ultimate, hitting 2 of the vitals, walking away. Shen being at half HP, hitting 1 more of the vital. Not going to hit that last one. That's a lot of pressure though in lane right now.
Yeah, this is, I mean, Fiora can still go for the solo kill. She still has Ignite right now. With this vital being where it is, when her Q comes back, she's going for it, and then, okay.
No.
They will just walk out from Shen.
You have to look out. That Shen does have a lot of the shield from the Q, has the W and the E to taunt.
Yes, can taunt Fiora on her tower, which then could possibly turn the solo kill, so it's a nice, good, safe play right now.
Resets the vital. Very good. Under the Spirit's Refuge. Shen walking away. It's very much a mind game playing Fiora because you can reset the vital so easily. You can just go out of range at either side.
So most of the time the Fiora doesn't want to do it, but the lane opponent for Fiora will actually walk out to reset the vital, and then walk back in if it's in a bad spot. So looking around bottom lane here, just kind of passive farming. Pretty large CS lead being generated mid with a solo kill.
Lilia going to be topside, trying to go for the solo kill. Lots of damage. Again, those last couple auto attacks going to be very fast. Belvath taking away this blue buff from her own side.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, Lilia is extremely strong. She has the Blast on, she has the CDR boots, and is slowly building into her mythic. I mean, Fearless is going to be a problem in this game for Mona Shores. Getting very far ahead. Lilia does also go like a hybrid bruiser build, which is very difficult to then kill her in team fights, especially with the sleep and all the movement speed and everything else.
Yes, yes. Lilia will be very hard to kill, especially with a lot of these CC abilities for the side of Mona Shores being skill shots.
Absolutely. Which, you know, the easier to execute, probably the better. And I would say more than likely Nova's got the easier team comp right now.
Yeah. Belvath is going to be hovering topside. Mona Shores trying to look for a play anywhere. This has been not the highest kill game though. 10 minutes in, 9.5 minutes in, 1-3 with only about a 1.5K gold lead for the side of Novi.
Yeah, the Ripple looks like it's getting started. Backed up by Belvath, and looks like Novi is going to be looking to prioritize this objective, and they really should, considering they've got, you know, full jungle pressure. Lily can go literally wherever she wants. The Shen's coming back to lane right now, and Zed can get prior here after this wave, with the Swain kind of backing up, respecting the fact that Lily can back to be there.
Yeah, lots of options here for the side of Novi. Mona Shores might be starting to sweat a little bit. They are being put into the situation where they need to win this one. Otherwise, they're getting sent home with second place.
I mean, second place is still an amazing accomplishment in the state. And, I mean, there's like a 30-something team bracket. It's absolutely still an insane accomplishment. But I don't want to talk about what would happen after this game. I want to talk about this game.
Oh, yeah.
The Kaisa with 97 CS at 10 minutes is actually incredibly impressive.
Yes, very impressive. England almost towards that 10 CS a minute. This prized possession that ADCs love to talk about.
Yeah, I mean, definitely will get there in the next minute at the 10 CS a minute mark. And that is just so much gold. You see just the pure item value and stats. It's Cole and Berserker Greaves for his Noon Quiver and the Crit Clip. I assume Kaiser's got a bunch of gold right now. He's going to either reset a gold purchase dragon. after Monoshores did get the first dragon, Novi's going to go ahead and more than likely pick up the second one.
Yep, Swain popping ultimate. Deathmark coming out from Zed as well. Second frag from the Swain ulti. Here comes Shen as well with the ultimate. Swain flashing right out of there.
Yeah, a good early flash, not waiting for the Shen to get there to see if he lands the taunt or not. It's better just to straight up respect the fact that the Shen is coming. And Swaggy Burger looking to try and steal here.
Yeah,
It would be a one-way trip if he did in fact look to go there. Shen gets caught.
Ooh, the flash taunt as well. Swain going to be caught out a little bit. The E coming up from Belvath. Swain being at 1 HP, literally. The Void Seeker hitting Belvath, not Swain. Everyone looks like they're going to be able to get out. Swain, though, going towards the higher turret. There's the tier 1. But lots of turret shots going down. Ooh, the heal as well from the Soraka doing stuff. And the ultimate coming up from Kaisa as well. Here comes Zeri looking to do anything possible. Biscuit popped by the Kaisa to get back some of that health and the mana. Going to get out of there, actually.
Yeah, that was just feeling really strong, feeling like they're in a position that they possibly could not be at a disadvantage of, and just kind of getting caught a little bit, overextending. The initial play to get the Swain kill was good, but then a couple little small errors juggling the tower aggro, leaving everyone very low.
Yeah, that was very scary, but you have a Soraka, you have a heal summoning spell. You're able to last a little bit, even under turret.
Yeah, I mean, so, yeah, you have a Soraka, but the Soraka is one of the people who went down in that fight. So, Soraka can't really heal anybody when doesn't have any health herself.
No. The Shen being at pretty high HP, almost at the Heartsteel right now, while Fiora opting for Boots, the No Magic Mantle, and has that
Iron Spike.
Iron Spike Whip plus the 2 long swords. Not getting a little bit closer to our Mythic, but still got a little bit of space.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna see the Belvath go ahead and get the Kraken Slayer more than likely.
I assume, other than Gale Force.
Yeah. I've seen tank Mythics on Belvath.
Fair.
So this Kai'Sa has completed with Mythic. Their first items are coming out across the board right now for Novi, because they are quite far ahead as well in these fights. Only being up 2k gold is kind of interesting to me, considering the leads they have in just about every lane.
Yeah, great parry, though, by the Fiora. Popping that ultimate, the Grand Duel. Going to hit that last vital right now, get that heal in. Not enough damage, really, to get... You only get Shen down to about half HP.
Yeah, I mean... when I play against Fiora, she just absolutely one-shots me there, but, just a little unlucky. She is a level down currently, but she'll probably end up getting that level by catching this wave. Good trades coming in from Dead, though.
Yeah, Fearless is going to be hovering topside. Both junglers going to be getting close to finishing their little jungle item Pokemon thingies. And support items, first tier going to be completed soon by both supports.
So one thing I want to point out is the Swifties on Soraka. That's a very interesting choice. It's not something I've seen super commonly, but it's with all the skill shots that are on the Monoshores team, it makes sense to just, hey, I'm just looking to dodge the skill shots and keep as much HP. We have Swaggy Burger there.
Yeah, not going to be able to steal away that Baron, the Herald, excuse me. Last Magician, though, using that Death Mark, going to kill Swaggy Taco, though. Going to be in that Demonic Ascension. Here comes Lilia looking to chase down Fiora. Fiora not going to be able to dash over that wall. Flashes away over the turret. Ooh, the double pull, though, from this Swain. Fearless, though, with the W, completing the kill on the Fiora.
Yeah, Fearless is kind of just running away with this game right now.
Yeah, running away.
Dear jokes. So, yes. So, Lilia's going to go ahead, get the consolation topside as well with the kill. So, this Lilia is going to be incredibly far ahead.
Yep, Lilia opting for the Demonic Embrace first.
Which, an interesting choice. Gives HP, AP, obviously, but not something super common.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's maybe the HP based off health. Or the AP based off health.
Correct, the burn. There's not a ton of HP stackers. I mean, Swain's probably going to have the most HP.
Well, no, the passive. Don't you get a passive where you gain AP based off how much bonus health? I don't know.
Anyways, going back to the game, Lilia finished clearing out the top side of Belvath and is going to reset, spend all of the gold. Probably going to see almost a completed item here.
It's a lot of damage, though, that Shen is able to go give right back to this Fiora.
Yeah.
Great pull by the Swain. Has the finish Leandres.
Yeah, so the Lilia is going for a tank mythic as well, so going to be even that much harder to kill. Looking again, lane leads for just about every lane for the side of Nova here. They're going to be looking to force another dragon on spawn here. I don't know if there's a ton Mona Shores can do. Looking for the solo kill. Good parry though.
Yeah, Shen does so much damage right now with that Heartsteel empowered auto attacks, the demolish on champions, as you called it yesterday.
Yes, absolutely.
The flash forward and the triple sleep by Fearless though. Hydro gritting the kill onto the Zeri. The double over to Kai'Sa, one over to Fearless onto Lilia.
That was just well played. Being able to get the flash and make sure that you get the sleep on every single person. They once again get 2 kills. Now Fearless can go ahead and do this dragon without worrying about contesting, while the bottom lane can just get power damage on bottom lane.
Ooh, the parry going to be dodging the taunt. But that's also the wish coming out from Soraka. That is a very close fight. Novi grabbing first turret bot side.
That's also a huge ult to get out. It's on an incredibly long cooldown early, and Soraka currently doesn't have any CDR in her items. So incredibly long cooldown that they were able just to get out for the Fiora ulti as well.
Yeah.
So one thing I want to point out is that the Rift Herald is on Zed currently for Novi. With power plates already down, could be looking to just place this mid lane to get some power damage.
Most likely probably what he will do.
Well,
Yeah.
So
Comes Velvet though, landing that W, just doing as much as he can. Velvet popping the E, going to be immobilized right now. Zed getting away. Going to be dropped very low from that death mark.
yeah, so Belveth went ahead and used the damage reduction on the damage from Zed, but didn't actually use the damage reduction on the death mark. So all that damage amped up and procced the death mark, nearly taking down Belveth.
Yeah, lots of damage from Taco, and we're going back topside. Fiora fighting against this Shen, though. Shen doing a little bit more to this Fiora than Fiora to Shen.
Yeah, so like we talked about yesterday, Shen was like one of the premier duelist tank top laners. Like he could win 1v1s against most carries. And with Heartsteel, just making it that much stronger in the 1v1. So obviously Shen an incredibly good pick currently.
Yeah, we gave Fiora a little bit of time in the early game, got that solo kill, but Shen started walking away as soon as he started stacking this health and armor.
Absolutely. So tank items are much stronger earlier, while damage items scale better later. So if you have a tank mythic versus a damage mythic, you know, obviously the champ on the same champ, essentially the tank mythic will almost always win. Obviously the champs make things a little bit different, and we're seeing the new Scryer's Orb. You actually remove HP on wards when you reveal them. It's 2 HP per each ward. So
Yup. Makes it very easy to clear those wards.
absolutely. It makes Scryers much more valuable as well, because you could reveal vision before, but it didn't do any damage to the wards, so it makes clearing wards so much faster and so much more worth it to make sure you aim those accurately.
Yeah, making sure you aim them accurately also gives you a move speed buff in the direction that it went.
Yep. You know, Riot Games always trying to find the new next cool thing for all of their interactions in the game. And you can tell by the creative ideas they have for all of their champions. Zeri getting caught out here.
Yeah, here comes Zed, though. Zed has Death Mark available.
And
Lots of damage going down. Fiora going to be taken very low. Pops the Grand Duel. Gets the healing, though. Shen taking like 0 damage from that, though.
Yeah, tank items are real fun right now in the preseason of League of Legends. But we have Novi sieging this bottom lane currently.
Yeah, Swain W coming out. Kai'Sa looking to do anything he can. The dashboard, the damage reduction. Velvet taking a lot, though. And the 5th proc from the Kai'Sa passive, dropping the Velvet.
Yeah, it just wasn't enough with the damage reduction to survive the burst coming out of Novi. And they have all of their lanes pushing right now. They're just kind of sitting in the jungle waiting to see if they can make a play. You know, thank you, Last Magician, for previewing the new enhanced Blast Cons. Wish coming out, but that is a lot of damage.
Swaggy, though, able to get it with the burn. Flashes forward with the ultimate, pops Ghost. And here comes You're Dead, just chasing. We're going back mid lane. Taco, though, taking a lot of damage. The healing might not be enough. The flash from Veladic. And the Hydro gets the kill. Such a low HP. You're Dead being chased down by the Lilia. The Swaggy's a Poli going to fall as well.
Yeah, that's, I mean, Mona Shores really knew that they had to make a play here. Time was starting to run out. They were losing pressure all around the map, and they made a desperate play. It was real close. They got a lot of people real low. They ended up taking down the Soraka, but in the end, it just wasn't enough. The gold lead now approaching 8K, which is a pretty substantial gold lead for 21 minutes.
Yeah, and Belvath not being in true form right now. There's so many item advantages everywhere. Like, Kaisa has a full Phantom Dancer on Zeri.
Yeah, that's is in the words of Freak. That's a lot of damage.
Oh, that's a lot of damage.
That's a lot of damage. So what I'm looking to see from Nomad right now is them heading to this dragon. This dragon spawning. You take dragon. If Mona Shores doesn't end up contesting, you just walk straight to Baron and try and take Baron. Essentially force Mona Shores to make a decision they don't want to make, which is, hey, we have to fight at one of these objectives, otherwise we just lose.
Yes, lots of decisions being forced to be made. And Swaggy Burger taking a lot of damage, going to be down at 1 HP flashes, and the heal from Salami.
Yeah. I mean, absolutely necessary. However, this gives over pressure to this dragon. So
yeah, Last Magician might be looking for something. Does have some healing, has the health. Swaggy Burger looking for a safe place to recall, with Zed just trying to look for any assassination attempt.
Yeah, Zed is on the wrong side of the map right now. His team's on one side and ends up finding the blast plant, getting out very well to feel out the pressure, knowing where they're coming from, and still escape. Swaggy Burger still looking to try and contest this.
The Drake being dropped very quickly by Novi. Novi having the 3-1 Drake advantage. You're dead walking away, but Lilia running down this Fiora. Fiora not going to be fast enough. Lilia going to have all of this move speed. They do get away. Mona Shores, though, just trying to cut off any bleeding possible right now.
I mean, that's a lot of poke damage, and it looks like Swaggy Burger probably going to go down here.
Yeah, the Death Mark going to be dropping this Belvath.
Yeah, this should be a Baron now for Novi. I was going to say earlier that they had pressure top lane. They could just send the entire team to top lane, but they get a pick, and now Baron is on the table.
I don't even know what killed the Fiora there. I'm guessing it would have been a ZQ.
I didn't see either.
I didn't see it.
Yeah.
Spectator. Yeah. It was just a weird auto spectate.
I complain about spectators, and production looks at me like it's their fault or something. I really do appreciate that. So Novi team does in fact get the Baron. They are up 10K gold currently as well. So this isn't looking too great for Mona Shores currently.
Yep, Swain looking to walk up top lane. Taco, not sure how much you'll be able to do. Does as much as you can. Taco, though, being run down by this Shen. There is luckily a tier 1 turret available for Swain to hide under.
For now.
For now.
Like I said, this tower should be just free gold waiting to picked up. Looks like Kaisa's choosing to go for the red buff right now as well.
Yeah, the Lilia might be getting cut out here, though. Swaggy Taco running away from their Belvath. And here comes every member of Mona Shores. Lots of damage with the Shen TP coming in. And
anyways, so we can assume that Novi, in fact, won the game. Unfortunately, we only got to see one Nexus explode in this tournament. And yeah, so congratulations to Novi. We're getting to the live. All the players standing up. Probably going to go ahead and shake hands, say GG's. Well done by that, and congratulations, Novi.
yeah, yeah, GG to both teams. Novi, we assume, took this 2-0.
Absolutely. And smiles all around. I mean, they lost, but it was a hard-fought game. They end up getting second out of, like I said, 30-plus teams in Michigan. So congratulations to them. Still a massive accomplishment. Being able to say, hey, look, we were one of the best 2 high school teams in the state of Michigan, and they've got the trophy to prove it.
Yeah, lots of great games that we got to see, even if they may have been cut off a little bit short, but that's not what matters. The kids are smiling. The kids had fun.
And that's absolutely what it's all about. We do this, for the high school students to make memories.